You stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
After an absolute slugfest last week at North Wilkesboro, we come to the season finale and the paperclip of Martinsville, Virginia. Welcome everybody to the SCL SuperTruck Series season finale. Tony Trapasso, Zach Woods up in the booth with you tonight. And Zach, I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see what happens here tonight.
Can't really think of a more fitting way to end a truck series campaign, can you? Here at Martinsville, it's been well documented that the trucks, you can get away with a little bit more beating and banging, and other than Bristol, no other track personifies that on the NASCAR circuit than Martinsville here at the Paperclips. So we're going to see some tempers flaring, I'm sure, as drivers are going to get out those last little bit of payback they got stored up. But honestly, it's been a treat to cover SCL it seems like forever, but it's been 3 days this week. But we're going to conclude our coverage here on Sim Racing Media, covering the SCL SuperTruck Series. And unlike the drama that we've had before in the points series, we don't necessarily have that here tonight.
Well, we do and we don't.
Okay.
As we've got the points up on the screen right now, Austin Call, all he's got to do is take the green to start the race, and he clinches. Barrett Flowe and Rob Grob tied right now. Either one, whoever finishes in front of the other one tonight, that's second place in points, basically. Todd Merkel still has to worry about Chris Myers. Larry McKenzie still kind of has to worry about Andrew McKenzie. There's still some close battles going down through the field, but the big one is that fight for second place, and that's going to be an absolute slugfest tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. The championship might be all wrapped up in terms of who's going to take away the top spot, but there's certainly a lot of pride to be had here. It's been well documented throughout the week here with SCL coverage that something that's interesting in motorsport playoffs or motorsport championships is that when we get to this place, it is a competition to win the championship for sure. But it's also a competition to win the race. So you're going to have guys further down the standings go, I don't care what you're fighting for tonight. I'm going to go out here and try to get a trophy.
Absolutely. And ignore what it says for the name for the driver of the 7. Real name Ryan. In the race, they want to call him Dean. Mr. Grob will work, I assume.
Well, there you go. Well, we're going to try our best here on our end to document this as well as we can, but certainly a great venue paired up with a great vehicle selection. Cannot wait to begin this coverage with you tonight.
Absolutely. As we're getting ready to wind it on down for the hot lap session, we are inside the final minute. So take a quick look at the weather conditions coming into tonight. 66 degree ambient air temperature, 37% relative humidity, 3-mile-an-hour winds. Martinsville, wind doesn't matter. That track temperature, though, that's got me a lot worried. We're in the triple digits right now, and that's never a good sign when we come to the paperclip because that concrete gets very, very slick.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a something to mention. In these trucks, we're not really going as fast as what we were on Monday night with the next gens, but it's been well documented that these trucks tend to stick to the surface a lot better, just simply because they're not going as fast. But the main thing to offset that is a really high track temp, and well, we indeed have that tonight.
Absolutely. As we click on over to qualifying, you're going to be able to follow along with us. On the left of your screen, that's going to be who's setting what times where, as we've got our first couple of drivers rolling out now, as it looks like Adam Chapman and Klaus Williams, James Mann, Austin Call, all out on track right now. Right now we are watching Adam Chapman. No stranger to half miles, although his hometown track has a lot more banking than this one. Coming out of 4, he's going to be one of the first ones to lay a time here.
Before we get rolling here, Tony, if you could check your inbox in terms of the broadcast booth as well as messages from me to you. I don't know if that'll be relevant to our broadcast here, but
let's find out.
Just wanted to bring some things behind the curtain to your attention.
Okay. No, I've got that. Let me check here.
Yep, that's good.
I may have forgotten.
It's all good. You see Klaus Williams topping the charts right now with his fast time. But certainly, certainly
Call
more
going
guys.
Second quick. Let's take a look at the deuce of Todd Merkel. He had a rough night last night. Hopefully he's got better luck here at the paperclip.
Well, he said last night, he even commented on our YouTube video of last night's event that he had computer issues as he's sideways in the corner. Can he four-wheel drift it? Nope, but he won't hit the wall. Now we hit the wall. But
good
rough
news
night
is,
for Todd last night.
If he takes a tow, he's golden. And he chooses not to.
Well, Todd said he had computer issues last night. Screen went black, but he had control over the car, and that's what caused some chaos last night. But he's going to try to right the ship here today.
Tiptoeing through 3 right now.
I would too.
Oh, absolutely. As one of the guys fighting for your second place in points, that's Steam Grob right there in the mellow yellow 7. I'm digging that paint scheme with the chrome effects on it.
Me too.
Only 12th quick though, so that's not really a good omen. Justin Sorrell in the 199 out there as well. There he is. Driving for Sim Magic here tonight in the Chevy Silverado. Currently sits 15th quick. He's already got both his laps in. Mike Rinker out on track now in the 9. On his first flyer here, coming off of 4 with a good head of steam. 12th quick. See if he can improve on the second lap. Second sector goes green, or first sector goes green, which means he's going to improve his time if he can keep it together here. Looking good. Feeling good.
Wow. What a jump there from 12th to 4th.
Wow. And that's not good for the 81.
That's Charlie Birch in the inside fence, but quickly resets and gets it going again.
Now, he did take the green when he did that, so he's going to be one and done here. As we are quickly running out of time, he should be able to get both laps in. First one in the books, not going to count for him.
Tell you what, I like this paint scheme too. It's simple.
Oh, yeah.
It tends to do the job. It's a nice color palette. I really like it.
Plays very nicely with each other there. Lap for Birch.
Okay.
16th quick.
16th.
Still waiting on Chad Waller, Larry McKenzie, and Jonathan Calabrese to post times of qualifying, getting ready to wrap up here. There it goes, and here we go with our starting. The buttons will work properly for me with tonight's starting grid. Klaus Williams sets quick time with a 19.769. He's going to be joined on the front row with Barrett Flowe. Austin Call and Mike Rinker going to roll it off from row number 2. Row 3 sees Adam Lowe and Chris Myers, with row 4 going to Tillman Heuer and Justin Lewis, Greg Birch, and Jack Hart.
Arch. I've been kind of blending the last 3 letters of his name together.
Sure.
I think it's Arch.
Going to roll off from outside row number 5. And Zach, take it from there.
Adam Chapman will be joined with James Mann in row 6. And we get to see Dean Grobe, hope we're pronouncing his last name correctly, in the number 7 machine starting 13th. Alongside him is Rob Hattenbach. Joe Owen and Charlie Birch starting 15th and 16th. 17th is Justin Sorrell, a name that we're familiar with here in SCL coverage, along with another name as well, Andrew McKenzie. Todd Merkel posting a 19th best lap time, and it'll be Chad Waller, Larry McKenzie, and Jonathan Casabre being set in order of their iRating. So really excited to roll this grid off with you tonight. Another championship race. You and I are getting spoiled up here in the booth.
Absolutely. And you know, if tonight's race is anything like last night's race for the Street Stocks, if you guys haven't seen that race, after this one's over, go back into the archives and look at last night's Street Stock race. And Zach, you hit the nail on the head last night. It's an instant classic, especially with that finish.
Been hearing a lot of comments about that today, but it's man, it's such a treat being able to broadcast races that make our lives in the booth a lot easier, and certainly was a great field. I think we're in for the same kind of drama this evening. SCL always tends to put on a good group, and um, really not a lot of championship drama in terms of who's going to secure the championship. Austin Call, all he'll need to do is take the green flag tonight, but um, from here on in, it's just a matter of pride, right? You got Barrett Flowe, who trying to get some momentum going into the next season, saying maybe I should be the favorite. Um, got guys up front that are new to us in terms of maybe Michael Rinker and Klaus Williams. You know, these guys I've known a little bit through SEO coverage, but um, we're definitely excited to bring this group to you here on YouTube this evening.
Absolutely. And if you haven't done so already, give this video a thumbs up because it really does help share these videos with the YouTube algorithm. The more thumbs up the video gets, the more likely it is to be shared around on someone's YouTube homepage. And if you don't like this video, feel free to hit the thumbs down button twice to make sure you got it. And if you get the joke, you get the joke. But field's starting to roll behind the Ford Mustang GT500 pace car, the official pace car of iRacing. 22 trucks scheduled to do battle here tonight. Season finale. Austin Call just has to go another just over a half mile, and he has clinched the championship.
Yeah, what a feeling, right? You get all that hard work done early, and then ultimately you don't have to worry about the outcome of tonight. Austin Call, great season for him and the trucks, and taking the green will clinch the championship for him.
Absolutely. As the field works its way down the back straightaway, lights are out on the pace car. It's getting ready to peel on off as the field heads into the 3-4 complex. Klaus Williams going to have the button. Geico restart zone is in effect. The only thing it's supposed to say is it's time to wipe the visor and adjust the 5-point harness. Grandma, grab a hot dog because it's time to get it on at the paperclip. Race fans, it's showtime! Williams getting a good getaway as here comes Call to the inside of Flowe side by side already.
The championship battle is no more between Call and Flowe. It is Call's, and congratulations on him for as he crosses the line for officially being the champion of the SCL SuperTruck Series. But he's got bigger fish to fry as he's now trying to chase down Klaus Williams.
He wants to put an exclamation point on this season, and we're already under caution. Oh my goodness. What on earth just happened? Ouch.
Oh, the mellow yellow car. No, say it ain't so.
Here they are coming through 3. It's already popped off. It started with the 87. So let's back this up a lap. Here we go. This is, you see him beating and banging up there. Oi! An accordion effect taking place. And then boom goes the dynamite.
And Dean Grove getting involved. See Todd Merkel, Charlie Birch, Joe Owen. A few of these guys.
Now let's back this up and see what did happen here. Side-by-side action with two guys that did not get away from each other last night. Oh! Tried to avoid it. 81 didn't see it and just drove flat over the 7 of Grove.
I tell you what, if this backstretch was all apron and not pit road, they would have all missed it. But unfortunately, there is a wall there, and
yes, but you can drive. You can drive on the other side of that wall. I've done it, and not lose your car.
I guess that is an option.
It's the backside of the garage. You just got to dodge the pace of the safety truck at the end of the garage area.
The more you know.
And unfortunately, it doesn't look like these guys have any faster tires tonight.
Well, that's kind of the nature of the beast with truck racing, right? you can you can really turn in some fenders on these things, and they'll still be okay. But I think head on into the wall divider probably wasn't on the list of things to do this evening.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to tear the hell out of these trucks early, and already we've got some nastily torn up trucks. Remember we were talking that it started back here. I mean, you can see that DuPont 87 of Jackson is just torn right up, and it was an accordion effect that kicked it off. Somebody jumped on the binders because the truck started to get loose, and it just boom, 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 and dynamite explosions, fire. I'm sorry, I got carried away.
Well, Foss Williams is still going to remain the leader here, as Austin Call has already improved his position on the day, but it is to note he's not going to be on the inside line to begin this restart. So maybe Barrett Flowe plays him back here and goes, I can get you from third place too.
Well, let's find out. So pace car makes that hard left turn to go duck down below the wall. Williams has the button on the inside, brings him into the Geico restart zone one more time, and jumps on the loud pedal as soon as he hits it.
The inside lane gets bottlenecked, and there goes Adam Lowe sideways, and it's going to bottleneck a lot of the drivers rather going into turn one. Basically, if you weren't above, well, let's say 5th place, you were in danger of getting caught up in this one.
You're not wrong. There he is. Adam, it started with the 58. Keep your eye on that pink and blue truck on the outside lane. Oh!
Yeah, I'm reading, and this might go back to a conversation we've had earlier, Tony. The 07 is the driver behind Adam Lowe, so perhaps there needs to be a graphical change on your end.
Son of a bitch. No, I've got hide card numbers on.
Well, Justin Lewis is driving the 07 machine, so
is he now?
Don't know how we fix the issue, but I hope we do.
Let's try this. Good luck, everybody. You folks get to see behind the curtain. Nope, that didn't work. Let's try that again.
And there is a faster pair here, Tony. I just watched the 58 on pit road take a faster pairs, so there's that.
All right.
There is a 1 faster pair limit for tonight's race. Incident DQ count of 25x, which you got to be careful here at Martinsville, especially as we are in lap 9 of the contest this evening, and we've had 2 pretty substantial wrecks, so got to be mindful of that. But ultimately, these guys are going to have to just manage their equipment perhaps a little bit better, be tiptoeing around the racetrack.
Well, apparently my trading paints doesn't like my computer. So I do apologize. But unfortunately, there is absolutely nothing I can do. As you can see, I'm starting to have some graphical issues. Hopefully, it doesn't affect the rest of the race. Hopefully. Although now I am seeing Austin Call in his correct paint scheme. He's rocking the ups on the truck.
Yep, if it's coming back, it'll provide some graphical issues for a little bit, but it's got to refresh all the cars in the session. So I'm obviously not looking at your screen at the moment, but I trust Trading Paints is going to start doing the hard work right now. But
one can only hope.
just something of note for our viewers out there, RC has changed the restarts to single file. If you tuned in with us on our Monday
Yay!
night event, if you tuned in with us on our Monday Night Cup Series action here, you saw that this change was also made for the SCL Winston Cup Series, as the drivers just needed some encouragement to go single file and kind of sort out their differences here at the difficult paperclip. Perhaps we'll see some more green flag runs now that this change has been made.
I can understand what we've been seeing, because this track is so difficult to make passes at, especially if you get any separation. It's hard to catch back up. Excuse me, hard to catch back up.
Green flag, green flag.
And I'm not live. Awesome. That would
There
help.
we go.
That would help, wouldn't it?
The 04 is pulling away here as Austin Call is now hunting him down. We don't get to see that drama between Call and Flowe on this run, but regardless, looks like the drivers have sorted out some differences here in the early going of SCL SuperTruck Series action.
Absolutely. As Flowe's got to deal with that Kellogg's Cornflakes 07 of Justin Lewis. That's one of your closest battles on track right now, is that battle for third and fourth. And
Yellow,
just
yellow,
say
yellow.
that. Oh!
Ooh.
I got there just in time to see him tag the inside wall. Let's go back.
That is Greg. Yep, that's Greg Birch in the 51 machine.
You can see he's already caught one in the tailgate. Just overcooks it going into 3, and boy. Well, that's how you bend a track bar in the rear end of one of these things. You can see just how crab walking that truck is right now. He's gonna have to burn his fast repair.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's going to come down to rhythm tonight with these drivers in these trucks, because we haven't had a long green flag run for the drivers to identify breaking points in traffic and to really get accustomed to, okay, who am I actually racing beside, and how do they race this track? You know, this is all information as a driver you need to know, and they're just, they don't have the opportunity to gather it right now, Tony. It's just kind of hope that the next few laps on the restart go okay, and then I'll start taking notes.
Yeah, absolutely. As Klaus Williams is still your leader, we're going to step away, pay a couple bills, we'll be right back.
Hey, this is Steven Cherrick. I'm the rear tire changer on the number 24 GMS Chevrolet, and you're watching Sim Racing Media.
As we are back at the paperclip that is Martinsville Speedway here in picturesque Martinsville, Virginia. Hope you're enjoying your red hot dogs like everybody else that comes here does. Lights are out on the Ford Mustang GT500 pace car, and because we haven't gotten a complete lap under green flag action, we're still going single file.
Yeah, ultimately, drivers have to find their rhythm here, find their breaking points. It's pretty easy for Klaus Williams. He's been up front for this whole thing.
Oh yeah, all he's got to do is just hit his marks and let the pace car come back out, and he'll get credited with leading the most laps.
Green, green, green.
I saw a guy do that 2 weeks ago here at Martinsville. Didn't pit for the first half of the race.
We're underway here. It's Klaus Williams trying to stay ahead of Austin Cole. He's made a move under green flag conditions as Todd Merkel is trying to look to right the ship back here. This is a battle for 12th.
Merkel almost getting into the curb. That's going to let the 99 get back to him. Hattenback making it happen on the top side. Merkel, though, digging on the low shelf. And drag race down the back straightaway. This is your closest battle on track, folks. You aren't missing much up front yet. As just as I say that, 66 Chad Waller makes a liar out of me as he works the inside of Andrew McKenzie, as that's going to let Mike Brinker get by as well, as McKenzie just completely blew the braking zone.
Yeah, definitely have to hit your marks here. You don't want to get above where that track is light gray and get up in the marbles, because you will be off for a ride as the 00. Oh, that's Larry McKenzie missing his breaking point and gets in to the 80. I believe that's the 81 of Charlie Birch.
No, that's the
15.
Joe Olin. It's like, oh yeah, oh no.
in the Kool-Aid truck here. Let's see what happened.
Well, I mean, it's hard racing. The 00's racing with the 81 just sends it going into one, and forgot that there was a corner there. And then the 24 checks up to stay out of the trouble. So
that's Chris Myers.
Yeah. Did the right thing. Got that truck stopped out of the racing groove. Missed the incident. But, yeah, we got some more torn up trucks.
And ultimately, if you're Larry McKenzie there, it's kind of difficult, right? He was racing for position with the driver behind him. He was trying to get a defensive line, trying to be super aggressive in that corner.
Yeah, but you got to remember that there is a corner.
Yeah, and there's drivers out your windshield too, just as much as there's guys behind you. And ultimately, it's going to cost a couple of these drivers that were back here battling for about 14th, 15th position.
Not sure where McKenzie's going.
I think iRacing's trying to sort itself out. Sometimes on these short tracks, timing and scoring gets a little messed up. So,
a little?
I'm trying to be gracious.
It's like saying Jeffrey Dahmer had a eating problem.
Oh, no.
Too soon?
No. Well, man, you make it so hard to move off of these comments and find something in the sim that I can transition to very well. How about cornflakes? Cornflakes, you eat a lot of them, and they're on the hood of a Justin Lewis machine in the 07. He's sitting back here in fourth, and he's piling in that car pretty well. I love the look of these trucks. SCL always does a great job at putting together some good paint schemes and kind of an old school feel here with Justin Lewis.
Same thing with the 87 behind him. That's an old Jeff Gordon paint scheme. But that truck has been through a war.
We're only on lap 29 here, Tony.
That's the scary part.
As we're going to go at least one more lap around the ring here.
Lights should be going out this time, Zach. Let's find out.
And they are. So, just some notes for drivers who have been down pit road already in this contest. Taking a look at just a couple of drivers of note. You have Michael Rinker, who's in 7th. He pitted on lap 10. And then the 9th place driver of Todd Merkel, who we saw making moves, went down on lap 17. Just a couple of drivers, or about half the field went down pit road. But they're all going to be chasing the guy who's been up front this whole time, and Klaus Williams.
The only guy that's got clean air. As here we go into the Geico
Green,
restart
green,
zone.
green.
He wastes absolutely no time. As soon as the front end of his truck hit that zone, he was on the loud pedal.
Noticed Austin Call quite a bit through SCL action. He tends to be fairly aggressive on restarts. So if you're Williams, you are trying to get away as soon as possible. And the front four are in line with one another. And it's sort of calm up here at the front of the racetrack.
And you got a little bit of a gap back here to the 87 as the 66 Chad Waller trying to work on him. Some good battling going on. This is your battle for 12. As the 199's already cooked his fast repair. Gets that truck back out there. We're watching the 14 and Tillman Heuer, who does have some of the freshest tires on track right now. He came down back on lap 17 and did put some fresh shoes on. It's not helping him that much right now as the 99 and a Hattenback gives up to the 199 of Sorrell.
Yeah, there you can definitely afford right now for some give and take on the racetrack. As the six way outside of the racing groove, is he going to save it? Yes, the wall will save Andrew McKenzie up high, and he's going to keep it straight, keep it going.
I think he was driving too much out of his mirror.
Yeah, that tends to happen here. So
here we go.
Absolutely.
Battle for the
Battle
lead.
for the lead, and this is Barrett Flowe, who we didn't even get to see past Austin Call, but he's making quick work of the front two as we are on the completion of lap 35 here at Martinsville.
Flowe doing everything he can to make sure that he comes out of tonight with second place, being his Call has already clinched the championship. The 87 finally comes down pit road. I'm going to say probably to burn the fast repair and get some tires done. As these guys up in the front of this piece throw a blanket over your top four, and then there's an almost 2-second gap between Justin Lewis and Chad Waller for 4th and 5th.
Definitely have settled in, found a groove. A lot of these drivers have, and definitely chugging along here. This is the kind of racing you expect to see out of SCL. Really, really competent drivers, and Martinsville is such a hard track, and honestly, it takes even the best of drivers to find their groove.
Oh, absolutely. You know, this is, if you can figure out Martinsville, you can figure out just about any track on the iRacing servers. And we see a lot of road course springers coming in.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Son of a bitch.
There is a yellow out here on the racetrack. Let's see who that is.
Looks like Joe Owen in the 15. Aye, the 99. That's Hattenback. Let's see what happened to him. There he is on the low side by side with the 87. 87 bangs the wall. Hattenback just on the brakes too hard, too much rear bias. Around she goes, and the 15 nowhere to go.
And again, we've talked about this quite a bit here, Tony. That it's
Wow.
so easy to drive out of your mirror, and there are a multitude of drivers on pit road right now.
As you'd expect, we're at the quarter mark. But that 99, hopefully he still has his fast repair with how badly that truck is crab walking. I mean, you can just see it. Holy cow. Anybody want to buy a truck?
Well, the shifting for the lead has stayed the same, as the front three drivers are still out on their original sets of tires. Barrett Flowe, Klaus Williams, and Austin Call.
Your biggest mover right now is that 66 of Chad Waller, currently sitting plus 12 back in the 8th position. That's impressive.
Todd Merkel behind him, plus 10 from his starting position. So two drivers trying to rebound from possible slow or no qualifying time. Ultimately, just kind of minding their business. Merkel's been involved in an incident or two, but Chad Waller making quick work of the field. Plus 12 at Martinsville. That's really impressive.
That is very impressive. As one of the sharpest looking Fords on track right now. I always love it when somebody can figure out how to get chrome numbers on the doors. He's got to get the ones on the roof fixed, but chrome numbers on the doors, I'm with you every time. As we should be going lights out on the pace car this next time by, as we're currently working lap 43 of 100 here tonight. Quickly approaching the halfway mark. As let me just check something here. 5th caution.
Really excited to see these top 3 really go at it again. We had the longest green flag run of the evening just happened in the last session, and got to see Barrett Flowe really flex some muscles, getting by both Austin Call and Klaus Williams. Of course, Austin Call being your champion. Flowe's in it for the trophy tonight.
Well, we're going to see what Barrett Flowe can do with that Ford in the clean air. Gets into the Geico restart zone and jumps on the loud pedal. Snap, see ya, bye-bye. Klaus Williams trying to reel him back in. Call, Rinker, and Heuer. Heuer, your top 5 right now.
Got to find that rhythm again if there are these drivers in these trucks. It's going to be an interesting play, as looking at timing and scoring right now, 6th on back, generally speaking, pitted under that last caution. So you got to be patient for those drivers. You got fresh equipment. You want to make your way up through the field. There's some fast guys back here. Justin Lewis in that 07, he was 4th before he went down pit road. Now he's 10th. So got to mind your business back here.
As we see Chad Waller using the fresh shoes to his advantage. Merkel going to try to follow him through, as is the 07. Why? Oh, no. That would be why.
That is the 80. That's the 81 of Charlie Birch up in the outside wall. Let's see what happened here on the replay. And it's Larry McKenzie as well as the 15 of Joe Owen. McKenzie getting in too hot again, hitting Charlie Birch. Another case, I think, of racing the guy beside you or behind you and not necessarily focusing on hitting your braking point, getting into the corner. But, Yep. Back to green again, and, back under yellow again, I guess I should say. And the storyline from that caution is the 81 gets caught a lap down behind the pace car.
Well, I mean, the good news is the 9 is behind him.
Yep, he'll get a wave around.
Scored as your race leader, so he's going to get a wave around. Going to get back on the lead lap. The only bad news is he cannot go down pit road right now to get that truck fixed. And he is going down pit road right now to get that truck fixed.
All right, so Heuer forgoes the free lap back, and he will go down pit road.
Adam Chapman
that's
the free pass.
Sorry, that's Charlie Birch, rather, in the 81. My apologies. But
right.
Definitely a storyline brewing there, and taking a gamble, trying to get your lap back. Another storyline here is the fact that our 3 dominant cars, Flowe, Williams, and Call, all went down pit road just now, and they're 11th, 12th, and 13th, respectively, in the field. I don't know if I want to be back there.
I don't think I'd want to be back there either. Let's take a quick look at the weather and see what's going on with that. Oh, goody, the track has gotten even warmer. We're about 1:30 in the afternoon here in Martinsville in sim time. Again, 66-degree ambient air temperature, but the sun beating on this place, especially with those metallic grandstands, that'll cook you. It's like the old science experiment that they used to have in middle school, where you create a bowl of aluminum foil and boil water with it. That's pretty much what's going on here at Martinsville. 115-degree track temperature. That's not good. As far as, getting the rubber to work properly, especially with as much rubber as these guys are already laying down in the corners, all that's going to do is make that rubber hot and greasy. Go out and in the street after they've filled a pothole and just touch the tar, and that's exactly what it feels like in the corners here. It's that wet, gooey, bleh.
Well put.
Don't ask me how to spell that, but it's bleh.
Well, if you put on YouTube subtitles this evening, you might get a spelling. So we're back underway with Michael Rinker taking the lead here for the first time tonight in SCL SuperTruck action, taking lap 53 of 100, barreling down into turn 1.
Just past the halfway mark as Rinker starts to pull away. McKenzie's in the grass.
He's just trying to peel out and get out of the way.
That could have been a big moment, as here's Merkel and Waller go side by side. Waller sends it on the outside, able to hang on. Merkel digging on the low side, but they've both got Justin Lewis all over their tailgates as Lewis backs out early. Good grief.
Yes, Lewis needs to go because he was fourth in that pack of fast trucks early on. He is now in front of Flo, Williams, and Cole, but he is on just a smidgen older equipment in terms of tires. So he's got to put some cars in between him and that trio that is sitting just a few cars back in 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Yeah, but look at the laps Flo, Williams, and Cole just laid down. 19.88, 19.94, 19.85. That was the last time by for all three of those guys. Fastest laps of the race, first ones to go sub 22nd here in the race.
Very impressive.
Oh,
as the
hang on to her.
Saves it. What a save by, wow, Justin Lewis in the center of that corner. Unbelievable.
And we were live. They're still almost three. They are 3 wide. Oh.
3 wide here at Martinsville, and they make it work. Wow.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
No, I knew that. It was inevitable.
Oh, and the yellow is out once again.
Guess who?
And it will be the 81. Sort of,
and just overcooked it. Driving too much out of his rearview mirror. He was trying to keep Adam Lowe behind him, and why? You're a lap truck to him.
Not quite sure what happened to Charlie Birch on that incident. It looked like he had trouble all the way down the backstretch. Look at this. He's wiggling. Yeah, he wiggled out of turn 2. Tried to set up a line into 3 and 4, and that was a wreck that happened long before the actual spin, I fear. Just disrupting the rhythm, and
you're absolutely
ultimately
correct.
That's what gets you turned around in these things.
You are absolutely correct in that analogy. That wreck started back in the middle of 1 and 2. And he finally lost it in 3. Well then.
Well, that run was wildly entertaining, but Michael Rinker still holds on to the lead with Tillman Heuer. Oh man, Frank is yelling at me through the screen. I just know it. But Tillman's trying to chase down the leader right now, and we got to see a little bit of everything. We saw Justin Lewis with an incredible save during that run. Saw Todd Merkel starting to carve through the field once again. Chad Waller documented those two really making a big gains, as they are the two clearly biggest movers of the race, plus 17 and plus 15 respectively. And Yeah, what a race for those two in third and fourth.
And I'm noticing that a lot of you that are watching aren't yet subscribed to Sim Racing Media. You want to be subscribed because we have racing 7 nights a week of some form. Now, we have some series that are in their playoffs, some series are mid-season, some series are just getting going. Tomorrow night we got a triple header for you starting at noon Eastern time with 1:30 p.m. Eastern time with the Svenska iRacing League and GT3 series. They go to their season finale at Watkins Glen. The Fired Up Esports League fires off at 7:30, and Sim Racer's Edge at 8:30 if you like some IndyCar racing. 7 nights a week. Just hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you don't miss
Green flag, green
action.
flag.
We're back to green already as Rinker gets a pretty good restart. And the battle rages back here with Barrett Flowe and Justin Sorrell and Klaus Williams. These three trying to make their way back up towards the front. And ultimately, it's going to be a matter of can that 07 machine of Justin Lewis stay ahead of those three strong trucks?
Well, he's on the older tires of the group by about 8 laps. And yes, they haven't been 8 laps under anger. And there you go.
Out of the groove into that dark gray area of the racetrack. You don't want to be up there. Not a whole lot of grip to be found.
Working just
That
way
pass
too
was,
hard.
Yeah, pass was for 5th as Barrett Flowe is making quick work of a lot of these guys. I think he's the favorite this evening.
I dare say you're right. I mean, he's got a little bit of damage that he's got to be concerned with. You know what? Let's go on board with Barrett Flowe here. We're able to get a GoPro on his helmet before we went live. Of course, we do need to thank our friends at Jose Tequila. If you're in the Virginia Beach area and you want a good bite to eat, authentic cuisine, Jose Tequilas.
Right there, a bump and run we got to see from the perspective of Barrett Flowe. He's got to make it stick here working on the inside of Merkel, but he does.
Merkel finally gives it to him. Didn't make it easy for him, but finally gave it to him.
Just a little tap. So good stuff there from Barrett Flowe as he moves into 4th place, now setting his sight on Chad Waller, who is working on Tillman Heuer ferociously here for 2nd.
Well, he was. Tillman got a little bit better of a run there. Checking back in with Klaus Williams. He's now working on the backside of Merkel. Austin Call there as well. Merkel trying to get that Merkel Racing Engines machine up and running and going. Some of the best racing engines in the country, folks. You just need to reach out to Merkel Racing Engines. They can get you hooked up for any series you need to be hooked up for.
This is a battle here for 4th as we're taking a look at Justin Lewis as he made work of Chad Waller there.
Finally.
I wouldn't count Lewis out just yet. If you can let Barrett Flowe do all the hard work for you, as Flowe is not a stranger to to making that inside work as he's on the inside and finishes the move there.
Gets the
on the
chrome horn
14
from Heuer.
Chevrolet. And look at this, the 07 trying to follow suit, won't be able to.
Lewis working on him right now, not able to make it happen. As Heuer on the oldest tires in the top 10 right now. Sorry, 2nd oldest tires in the top 10. As Mike Brinker, who has got a full 2nd gap over Barrett Flowe. We're going to see how quickly Flowe can reel him back in. Checking back in with this little battle here. And we're going to check back in with our pole sitter. This is your battle for 9th and
What do you
10.
want to call this? 9th?
9th and
There's
10.
a lot of drivers here.
Well, you got Adam Lowe in the 58. That's in 9th. Here comes James Mann. Is Williams not having a good time of it in the dirty air? And Barrett Flowe just took the lead.
Just like that, it's Barrett Flowe to the point, and he has been just a dominating force out here this evening.
Okay, bye.
Put him up front. Yep, he's able to run away. Put him in the back. He goes, okay, I'm going to pass everybody now. And most certainly getting the job done is, wow, Justin Lewis on the high line. Power move to the outside going to third.
I was wondering who was going to start making that work. You know, this late into a tire run, we're about 30 laps in for most of these guys. You know, mind you, some of the guys have...
Ooh, the 66 saves it. My apologies, but he was all kinds of sideways in the middle of 3 and 4 and somehow managed to keep it straight.
Well,
As Austin Call, your championship leader, well, winner, I guess I should say, goes 3 wide. Woo. All right, Tony, it's yours now.
No, the 66 not having a good time of it right now. But, you know, we're to the point where you've worn all the goodie off the tires. You're now up on the wheel. And that second lane, you're not binding the truck up as much, trying to keep it down on that curb. You can carry more momentum, but you're going to be right on that razor's edge to make it work.
Yeah, most definitely. And the drivers that took it a little bit more patiently in the beginning of the run will start making moves. And I think one of those guys we're going to have to start talking about is Justin Lewis. He has passed Michael Renker now and is now up to second.
He is at that. You got to wonder, does he have anything for Barrett Flowe? As you know, you're looking at about a 15 truck length gap between the two of them. Checking back in here with the battle for 9th, 8th and 9th as Justin Sorrell works around the 67 of James Mann sideways.
Synchronized sideways, and we'll say he saved it, as James Mann does a good job of keeping that truck rolling.
Oy vey.
19 laps to go here, 18 laps to go now.
I
As
see this.
the conclusion to the SCL SuperTruck Series is on the horizon.
It is at that, and Barrett Mann out to the second lead, and you've got a lot of separation at the front now, because you know the guys. There's a little bit of clean air. Barrett Flowe is second in a 1.15, 1.2 seconds over Justin Lewis, who's a second and a half over Mike Renker. Renker's got half a second over the 14 of Tillman Heuer, sorry. As Lowe working on Merkel trying to give him the chrome horn and missed. That checks up in 199 to Sorrell. This is for 6th, folks. And these guys are still racing this hard.
Tell you what, shout out to Adam Lowe. He has had a very eventful evening in that 58 Ford, and he's made some good work out of the evening. Back up to 6th.
He is at that, as we're going to check back in with our closest battle. That's James Mann in the 67 as 51 of Birch has caught him.
Dare I say it, lap traffic might play a factor tonight.
Oh, you're right.
In this one, as Barrett Flowe is now catching the end of the field. He's got to be wise in how he addresses this, because Justin Lewis is waiting for one mistake.
He is at that, and I didn't quite see who that was. Yep, that is the 00 of Larry McKenzie, who is going to be the next one to go another lap down. Currently sitting 2 laps down, about to be 3.
Larry is up 3 positions, though, from where he started this evening. So,
good on you, sir.
He's had a very eventful night, but ultimately it's a net gain for him tonight. But they're chasing down the guy who has been so strong this evening in the 92 machine, but it's not done yet, folks. He's catching these lap cars pretty quickly.
Absolutely. 11 to go as Flowe continues to just make everybody look slow. Your biggest mover right now is that man in the Dukes, Merkel Racing Engines Ford F-150 of Todd Merkel. Currently sitting plus 12. Checking back in with Chad Waller, he is plus 10. But that's a slugfest right now for 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th.
A great battle going on here. And kudos on these guys for racing hard, right? But we've seen transfer of positions happen. Nobody in the fence. So good on SCL to tidy things up here towards the end and really put on a good show as we are within 10 to go here, Tony, already.
Well, you've got almost 40 laps. Green is the 04 of Klaus Williams. Excuse me, dispatches Justin Sorrell. I apologize, folks. That came out of nowhere. As now Waller.
Ooh, everybody getting squirrely.
Sorrell.
That happened with, the 199 got a little bit sideways.
Waller blows the entrance into 1 and 2.
And we're not done yet. It's not over yet here in SCL SuperTruck Series action as these guys are just clawing for anything they can possibly get. We're back here taking a look at the battle for 9th place as your leader, Barrett Flowe, is cruising up front right now as the 9 of Michael Rinker is now under attack from Tillman Heuer and Austin Cole. As there is a car! Oh my goodness, it's the 51 machine of Greg Birch, and that's going to change everything, Tony.
We might be going into overtime. Well, let's back that up some more. Come on.
Third time's charm. There we go.
Helps if I hit the right button, just overcooks it, and no Tokyo for you.
Could not keep that 51 machine straight. Almost collected Barrett Flowe there.
Yeah.
But no harm, no foul. Short of the fact that we do have a caution coming out. I'm very interested in what these drivers do going down pit road.
Who's might taking put tires? Us in overtime.
Who's doing what?
Well, Flowe stayed out.
Wow, Lewis down pit road. Heuer down pit road.
Rinker stayed out. Call stayed out. Lowe, Merkel, Williams, Sorrell all stayed out. The only guys who came in were the guys that were pretty much in desperate need of gas.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Michael Rinker pitted on, what am I looking at, lap 10? So,
right.
Good on him. He kept the lead for quite some time on significantly older tires. Definitely has put together a good race to keep that track position. And now he's got a chance to win it against first and second in the championship points and Barrett Flowe and Austin Cole.
Yeah, but he's got to have the restart of his career right here as we are officially going into overtime, folks. And Josh, if I could have you jump down and check with race control to see how many attempts at overtime we're going to get.
Believe it is one. As far as I have seen across the SCL series.
Okay.
We've had one, and
all right. So the way this is going to work, folks, for those of you unfamiliar with overtime, you've been under a rock for the last 7 years.
It is one.
Okay, yep. It is one. So green flag is going to come out. The leader has to make it all the way back around to cross the start-finish line to take the white flag for us to race back to checkers. If not, if the caution comes out prior to that moment, race over, field frozen.
Yeah, kind of makes you wonder how much Austin Call wants to go out on a championship and race win. He's sitting back there in third. Remember, guys, we are still single file restarts, so not as much drama as perhaps maybe some were anticipating. But we had a very similar scenario, Tony, on Monday night with the Cup cars. They wound up with a green-white checkered, and it was a fantastic finish as everybody just behaved. But even out of single file restarts, we still had drama at the end.
Well,
it all happened. Oh, it all happened because the second place driver was able to get right next to the first place driver on the restart.
Well, all it's going to take is somebody to guess right.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't go to the leader goes, and you can't pass to the right before the start-finish line.
Green.
There it is.
The 9 spun his tires.
That pretty much just solidified that man, Barrett Flowe, as your race winner. He's just got to make it around. White flag in the air. He can see it.
Yellow flag is out.
Oh!
And it's Barrett Flowe.
Is it?
Through 1 and 2. Yes, that's what I'm reading
pace
right
car's
now.
out.
We are under
out.
yellow, but that will be, I believe.
Oh my
there's
goodness!
There was quite a big wreck towards the back of the field, but like we documented, they only get one shot at this, so the race is over, folks.
Wow!
And that's
a shot. That's
Tillman Heuer getting into it. He had the 15 as well. Sorrell just barely making it by there on the 199. But ultimately, it will be, folks, Barrett Flowe taking the win here tonight. Austin Call, your championship winner. He knew that as soon as he took the green flag tonight. He's going to finish second, according to time and scoring on our end. And Michael Rinker in the 9 machine stayed out since lap 10. Is able to secure a podium tonight.
We're going back to see what happened here. There's the 66 turning the 191. Everybody stacks up. They're 3 wide. Joe Owens. Oh, that was dirty pool by the 7. Dean Grove digging for every spot he could get. Just ran the 15 of Joe Owen flat over.
Well, let's not take this away from the race winner tonight. It was all Barrett Flowe all night long, as he was up front at the mid portion of this race by passing Austin Call and getting up front. And then he decided, hey, I'm going to pit early. He goes down pit road. Then he works his way through the field. He earned it in that 40-lap stint of getting all the way back to the front. And ultimately, it's Barrett Flowe that's going to wind up winning this thing. He's not going to win the championship, as Austin Call in the 18 is going to secure that tonight. But he will win the final race of SCL SuperTruck action. Congratulations to Barrett Flowe, and congratulations to Austin Call on your championship this evening. We're going to be able to talk to both of them here in the interviews.
Absolutely, as Flowe lines it up to do his burnout. And as he burns that last set of Goodyear Eagles off the back of that truck, Zach, I believe we've got our race winner with you now.
Barrett, this is Zach up. Barrett, this is Zach up in the booth. I trust that you have successfully burnt the rears off of that Ford truck, and you were the class of field this evening. What about Martinsville really suits your driving style?
Well, I don't know if it's so much the track or the truck, literally. I like the truck a little bit better here than the next gen car or the Xfinity car. It just seems to fit my driving style.
Well, you decided to come down pit road at the midpoint of this race, and you were one of the very few drivers to really weave your way through the field. When you pitted and found yourself back in the 11th, 12th position tonight. Did you feel like you had the truck underneath you to come back up through the field and win the thing?
Yeah, as long as we didn't keep having a bunch of cautions, and I had ample time to make it happen, we definitely had the truck to be able to do it. So, and it kind of worked out there at the end.
Barrett, as you reflect on the year that was in SCL SuperTruck action, really close to a championship, but ultimately you do come up short. You do get the consolation prize of winning the final race here at Martinsville. If you could tell the folks that are watching, from your perspective, what are you going to take away from this season of SCL SuperTruck action?
Well, we had a good year, and I actually think we missed a couple races. So to finish second and win the last race and not participate in every race, I think can't beat that.
Yeah. Well, you earned it tonight here at Martinsville. And Barrett, is there any thank yous, sponsors, or shout outs that you have as you celebrate tonight's win in SuperTruck action?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsor, JFO Graydon, and my teammates, Josh and Adam, for all the hard work that they do with the league and everything. So, yeah, it was a good run.
All right, and congratulations, Barrett. Go enjoy this one, and that is your race winner here at Martinsville and the SCL SuperTruck Series action in Barrett Flowe. We are here now, joined in the booth by second place race finisher tonight, but first place in the championship. Tony, you're here with SCL SuperTruck Series champion Austin Call.
I mean, this is great. I don't know. It was a tough race, but yeah, got it.
Austin, you held in there. I mean, you can't be too disappointed with a second place, but still winning the championship. Even though you lost the battle, but you won the war. How's that sound?
I mean, it sounds great. I mean, Barrett was on a whole nother level today. But I mean, as soon as we came down in pit and he drove through the field way faster than Klaus and I mean, I knew it was kind of over, but still fought back for second. Good racing with Tillman there at the end and Michael. So it ended up being a great finish and a great championship.
It absolutely was. I mean, what a season you've had. Talk us through just the mindset you had this season, knowing that you had that championship in your grasp, and then all you had to do tonight was take the green flag and complete one lap.
Yeah, throughout the season, I knew Barrett, after having the bad Daytona, was probably going to be very fast for the rest of the season. So it was pretty much just stay in front of Barrett every week and hope I come out with the championship. But today, I initially thought I didn't have it locked up, but I did. So I kind of just tried to take it like a normal race, and it worked out.
Well, you were really slugging it out there with, Flowe and company all race long, with, Klaus Williams set quick time, but the three of you, Flowe, and Williams, and the 07 of Lewis, you guys pretty much walked away with this when we got that first little green flag run. You guys had already carved out a full second in only about 6 laps.
Yeah, I mean, this is my favorite track we run out. So once we do get green flag running, I feel like I'm going to be one of the faster cars in any car I drive here. So, yeah, it's been fun racing with Barrett all year. I mean, this was obviously, he was just better here today, but yeah.
You had a better resume throughout the season, though.
Yeah.
To say you're going to be back for season 34 to defend your championship.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
absolutely.
I got nothing else to do, so might as well do this.
Welcome to Wednesdays. Austin, who do you need to thank before we turn you loose to go celebrate?
My family for staying off the bandwidth today, because I know I was blinking a little bit, but I mean, stayed off enough to where I was able to get it done without having too many complaints about it. And Todd Merkel for keeping me company in these Discord calls this entire season, and Mike Peters for getting me into this league. That was, yeah, pretty fun.
Absolutely, and we are joined with the league admins right now. Adam and Josh, do you have anything for your champion?
Congratulations. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Josh.
definitely would like to thank Austin for what he's done this season. Really a championship effort all the way around. He holds himself very well in the room and out of the room, in the Discord and everything. Really class act, and I know he's going to do a good job of representing us all season long. Congratulations again there, Austin.
Thank you.
Trophies in the mail.
And Adam?
Yeah, congratulations, Austin. A lot of fun racing with you. You're a great competitor on and off the track. I know you represent us well as we go into our next season, and it's been a pleasure having you join us this year.
It was fun racing, yeah.
So, just a quick question: is that trophy arriving in the mail via FedEx or UPS?
Ooh,
It's called Amazon.
Ooh.
even better. But again, Austin, congratulations. Well-deserved championship. Go celebrate with that family of yours. Let them know you appreciate them, and we will see you back in season 34, my friend.
Yeah, thank y'all for doing such a great job with this broadcasting. I know I definitely couldn't do this.
Well, we had some problems at the beginning of tonight, but we got them sorted out pretty quick.
That's good.
All right, we'll see you next season, sir.
All right, thank you.
And Zach, I believe that leaves you now with our third place finisher.
P3 on the podium tonight, and we are now joined in the booth with Michael Rinker. You did pretty much anything and everything you could to stay out on some of the worst tires in the field, and you almost pulled it off tonight. What was going through your mind there towards the end?
I really couldn't believe it. I was about 80 laps in, kind of regretting my choice. I'm like, man, here comes Barrett. He's barreling down on me. I'm like, oh, he's gonna get me, and he got me. But you know, for what it was, for not actually changing tires the entire time, I'm happy with it. So third place, heck yeah.
Yeah, you certainly had an eventful last restart. We caught that on the broadcast, but you gathered it up. And what about Martinsville suits your driving style? Is it the track or is it the truck more for you?
I don't know. I've always really liked short tracks. I feel like I do a really good job on on corner entrance and corner exit. I feel like I really struggle at mile and a half, and I do decent at super speedways, but yep, always liked a good short track, especially Martinsville.
There you go. Well, Austin, as you look back on the season that was in SCL SuperTruck action, do you have any plans of coming back for next season?
Oh yeah, this is my second season with these guys. These guys are great. I have an absolute blast. I think we're mostly a clean bunch, and everybody's.
Yeah, well, you certainly put together a great performance here tonight. And is there any thank yous or sponsors or shout outs that you want to give for tonight's podium effort as you conclude SCL SuperTruck action? Oh no. I think his headset might have died.
That's not the first time I've seen that happen.
Oh.
But let's reach out to Josh and Adam one more time, as the season is now officially in the books. And gentlemen, I want to start with Josh.
I don't think Michael's back.
Oh, Michael?
Do we have Michael back?
Am I back?
You're back.
Hey, there you are.
Hey.
Okay. Ooh, I was nervous.
It's all good. I was just finishing up thanking you guys for the broadcast, so it's all good.
Oh, okay. Well, we want to make sure you got your thank yous in and sponsors and shout outs for tonight. So
well, I really appreciate it, you guys.
Well, hey, man, congratulations on a P3 finish, a podium effort for you in the last race of the season. We look forward to seeing you back here next year.
Awesome. See you guys next year.
All right, so let's go back to our two officials. Josh, we're going to start with you. What is your takeaway from season 33?
Just a really good season. I think all in all, we had car count was up a lot more from last season. We were able to broadcast some of our first regular season races, which we've never done before, with professional media service like yourself. Again, great car count, really good group of guys that made their way in here, and some really good racing throughout the season. It's almost a pleasure admin a race like that. We've had, I think I admin 3 truck races this season that went completely caution free, which is almost unheard of. So these guys really put on a good show. We're gonna tweak our car track combination just a little bit and roll into season 34 at the end of January.
Sounds great. And Adam, your takeaway?
Yeah, I would say it's a very successful season. Obviously, it's us bringing you guys on board to broadcast some of these races in the trucks. And I think the level of competition was significantly higher. Both car counts and the caliber of drivers we had here today, or all season long even. And I feel each week throughout the season, it just got better and better. So I'm really pumped up about season 34 to keep building this momentum we got going and see how much more further we can take it.
Well, if what we saw tonight is any indication, once you guys got the early race jitters out of the way, you guys put on some amazing action, and you know I've only had my first 2 tastes of your series last night and tonight, and I'll tell you right now, I honestly do hope that this is a long and prosperous relationship between the SCL and Sim Racing Media.
Yeah, thank you. Every race and when I'm on adminning or in the car, I have your broadcast on, so I get to see bits and pieces here and there, and definitely helps know what's going on for myself. And you guys seem to do a good job from in the cockpit.
I told you Adam was a pretty damn good driver last night. You got to see it tonight.
A true story. But gentlemen, again, season's over. Thank you so much for bringing us on board to bring these races to the masses. Zach, the only thing that's left for us to really do is go over the finishing order here tonight, as we are going to bring that up now. Barrett Flowe coming home with the race win, 2nd place in points. Austin Call, 1st place in points, 2nd place in the race. Mike Rinker coming home with 3rd in the race. Todd Merkel, Adam Lowe rounding out your top 5. Klaus Williams, your pole sitter. Not the finish he was hoping for, but still finished on the lead lap in 6th. Justin Loeb, Dean Grove, where are we? James Mann and Chad Waller, your top 10, with Justin Sorrell rounding out your lead lap trucks in 11th. Zach?
P12 is Robert Hattenbach, and then Jackson Harch finishing 13th. You have Tillman Heuer finishing 14th, and Joe Owen rounding out the top 15 drivers in competition. Larry McKenzie, Adam Chapman, Chris Myers, Greg Birch, Andrew McKenzie, Charlie Birch, and Jonathan Casabre finishing out the competition in 22nd this evening. It's been a wild week here on Sim Racing Media, broadcasting SCL action. We got to call 2 championship races in the street stock action earlier this week, as well as the SuperTruck Series here tonight. And Tony, you got to kind of hop in, and you've shared some opinions on the matter. We hope the guys on YouTube and gals that have been watching, that you've enjoyed our coverage, and we hope to see you back next week as the Winston Cup Series for these guys continues to chug along. Just a couple of races left in their season, but we'll be faithful in seeing what that season brings. So I can't wait, man. These last 2 races have been such a treat.
Absolutely. And if you like what you've seeing here on Sim Racing Media. Be sure to give these videos a thumbs up. It really does help share these videos around with the YouTube algorithm. The more thumbs up a video gets, the more likely it is to show up on someone's homepage when they log into their YouTube account of, hey, you might like to see this. And we noticed that a lot of you that are watching these videos aren't yet subscribed. What are you waiting for? You don't want to miss a single moment of action, especially considering tomorrow night we've got a triple header in store for you, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Time with the Schwenke E-Racing League and GT3 Series from Watkins Glen. So that is going to do it for us tonight for the SCL SuperTruck Series. Jose Tequilas 100 from Martinsville Speedway, the season finale. One more time, congratulations to Austin Call with winning the championship. But for Mr. Zach Woods, this is Tony Trapasso reminding ladies and gentlemen that until we meet again, and as you walk down the road of life this week, whatever you do, don't play in traffic. Good night, everybody.